time when running backs were signing for big money in free agency last year, the Packers probably got the best deal. They got the youngest guy in Josh Jacobs of the free agent running backs last year, and they got him for a deal that guaranteed only $12.5 million at signing. He made almost 15 last year between salary and bonuses. They have him this year for 8.2. And by the way, he had 1,300 plus yards and double-digit touchdowns last year for them.
Yeah. I mean, I think the whole Josh Jacobs acquisition was such a sneaky thing because of the success that Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley had, that they obviously got so much attention, and understandably so, especially Saquon Barkley. You know, breaking records, winning winning a Super Bowl and whatnot. But this was a great deal, and especially as it feels like this running back market pendulum is kind of swinging back, and, you know, who knows where it's going to end up being. I think this is a great, this has been great for the Packers. And I see no reason why there won't be a continued emphasis on this aspect of the game for the Packers. And what I'm excited to see with the Packers is ideally with a more grounded and healthier version of Love, it's going to open up the run game in such a way you'll be able to utilize the passing game to set up the run game, And we always, you also often talk about like use the run game to set up the passing game. And it's just kind of, depending on any given moment of what you're trying to accomplish, whether within the game plan, the season, whatever it may be. But you have a true threat at run game that there was times that it felt like the Packers were relying on Josh Jacobs because they couldn't get the offense going in the ways that you would have typically liked them to do. Especially in the passing game, it obviously with the injuries and injuries, not only to Jordan Love, but then wide receivers and whatnot, it just became messier, right? Everything just kind of felt like this offense was held together with Band-Aids and whatnot. Everybody was just trying to just make it through the end of the game. And I'm excited to see what this team can look like when they actually run the type of offense that they want to do. When there's actually, I talk about this all the time, the intentionality behind it all, and how the run game fits into that, because obviously Jordan Love is the center of attention. He's the big, billion-dollar quarterback right there, and so everyone's focused on that. But when you balance that out, obviously with a great run game, I mean, top 5 among running backs and scrimmage yards and touchdowns, like that's as good. That's all you can ask for. Anything else, you're getting greedy, right? I mean, like you're top 5 in scrimmage yards, top 5 in touchdowns. If you want more out of that, then like you're just getting greedy now, right? And it's like, and that was with an inconsistent passing game. And I can't help but ask myself if they could build off of a run game that feels less from a place of desperation is probably too strong of a word, but just based off of a heavy reliance, because it's kind of like, man, we got to get something going here, rather than be like, hey, we can pick and choose what we want to do in this moment. Like we are in a position of power right now. Like I think that's ultimately what it felt so much with the Packers, is that they were able to get by because of Koshan, because of roster, because of Love and Jacobs, and yet it didn't feel like they were in a position where they were just like, hey, we're in control here. What do we want to do? Rather than constantly trying to react to what the other team wants us to do, when the Packers can finally get back into the driver's seat. I mean, even this highlight is showing not even Jordan Love at quarterback, right? Like, boom, that's actually a perfect pause right there. I did it obviously by accident. Like that's actually perfect right there. That tells the story. And I'm excited to see what this offense can grow into when they're actually doing what they set out to do. I also think with Jacobs, and with this defense, which I think I think it was really good last year, and I think it should only be even better this season. You're going to have the leads more going into the fourth quarter, and it's just going to be trying to run the clock down. So I could see his touchdowns going down maybe a little bit, but his scrimmage yards going up, especially specifically his rushing yards. I could see it just being a lot more of just, we got the lead 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, run the clock out again, just playing basic, football 101. So I have high hopes for the Packers. I really, really do. But, for me, it still all boils down to Jordan Love. And I want to get the feeling this year that I'm watching a seasoned veteran. That's really ultimately what it all boils down to me for this Packers team when I'm watching this game. Not that I'm even looking for Jordan Love to prove that he's a top 3 quarterback in the NFL or prove that he's worth the practically $250 million that he's getting. Like it's really just like, no, is this man a seasoned veteran? That's the lens that I want to look at. It is like I don't even care right now about the the mega highs because I know they're there. It's like I just want to feel like I'm watching week to week to week someone who I could be like, yep, that's a guy who's been in the NFL for years. That is a seasoned veteran. That is someone who's clearly running that offense and executing exactly what Matt LaFleur wants to do. That's to me what it just 100% boils down to, way more than anything else. And what's most important to me, it's more important actually for me to see that than even the Packers having this great year. And I believe that they will have a great year, but it's more important because otherwise you then are caught in this kind of juggling act of like, is Jordan Love the guy? Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he has some really high moments, but like, you will still have that feeling of like something feels off, or you won't have the confidence or trust in big games, big playoff moments, and you're just going to be like, where am I right now? Like kind of like what is this situation, and why does it not feel smooth? And that's what I'm looking for. That's and again, I guess like the simplest way to define that is just like when you're watching it, it's like, do I see a seasoned veteran out there? Do I see someone who is in command of that offense? And combine that with a great defense, combine that with a great running attack, and it's just like you also now have some, definitely an upgraded wide receiver weapon. It's just like, and I've been banging on the Kraft train for well over a year now. So it's just like it's there. It's there. You got the experience now, you got the veteran leadership, you got the established coaching staff, you got the continuity, you got the upgrades. You just need the health, which hopefully ideally should be there. And it's like, now it's time to see it. Now it's time to see what's been built. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Green Bay Packers and kind of where you see Josh Jacobs' impact on this team and kind of how it will evolve with ideally a better version of Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur for that matter, and the passing attack? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, it's getting some discussions, it's getting some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next.